What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jah back again with another video. I know this is my first video of 2021. Happy New Year's. Just had a lot of things happen, so I just need to take a little time to reset. I'm gonna try to make you videos every so often again. YouTube isn't gonna be a career for me. If something happens from it, then it does. If nothing happens, then it doesn't. But I just like to bring what my point of view is on certain products, tech, just general stuff. And I figure I might mix in a few new things coming to my channel, I would say. All right, but let's get to what we're here for. And as you read the thumbnail, little backstory on this item. I was on Amazon and I basically was looking at PS5 controllers, accessories. Because the one thing with Xbox is that Xbox has that Elite controller, that's actually from Xbox, so I guess PlayStation owners want to have that experience. And the closest thing I have came to is this, but this is actually a third-party case. The internals for this are from a regular DualShock 4. So you take out the internals, they actually give you an additional board that will give you back buttons. You get, trigger stops, for all gamers, you know what it is. Trigger stops are good for, first person shooters. But this is a DualShock 4 controller, basically. So you use all wireless, everything's the same. That's from Extreme Rate. I'll leave a link to this down below if you have a PlayStation 4, you want to use it. And if you were lucky enough to cop a PS5, and if you're watching this later on, then you have a PS5 by now, you have this beauty. And this thing it's nice. Like, it's a beautiful, I don't know if people really say that about controller, but it's a beautiful controller. Now, the one thing with this, for some gamers, like, you want to have like your controller. Like this controller, everybody here in the mama has this controller. You want to customize it, do your own thing. I did a few things. I have these are from Extreme Rate, same company that did those. I do actually have the additional thumbstick extenders also, the different concaves and stuff like that, so I'll just leave those off for now. And the buttons are actually from a DualShock 4 controller. They all line up and the X lines up, but if you look at the back of the buttons, they have like a little prong, so you know that it goes in a specific slot, so it doesn't spin around. These three, you had to like nip an extra one, but the other three on it, they all line up perfectly fine, and I've never had a problem. So I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. And then I came across this little white box online. And I was like, ooh, because I've been looking for, one of these. You have companies that, like Colorware, that will paint your controller, stuff like that. But, I'm just like, I don't feel like paying, not being cheap, but I'm being cheap. What is it? That's like $100 and something for a black controller. So I found this online, and I was like, on Amazon. I'll leave a link to this down below. And I was like, this has to be like just like a shell, because they sell like covers that cover over the controller. So I'm like, this has to be it. But I'm looking at the pictures, I'm like, no, this is an actual shell. And sure enough, this is an actual shell for the PS4, the DualSense 5 controller. And I'm just like, yo, okay, cop that, $25. Okay, I gotta check it out. So I came in, got it, Amazon Prime, so it's not like it's one of those items that you have to wait like months for. And it feels solid. Like up here feels the same, back here it doesn't have the texture, so it's completely smooth back here. Some might like it, some might not, but my goal basically is to build my own Elite controller. Now, blue is the only color they had. I reached out to the seller. He says that he has more colors coming in. So I'm just like, let me know. I need some. So obviously I'm gonna get black. But everything, it feels solid. So I'm going to basically I'm gonna try this out. I am going to switch this out and see. Now, taking apart your DualSense controller, it's not hard. Like, I took apart that one. It's not hard. It's just take your time. The DualShock 4, is it DualShock or DualSense? The PlayStation 4 controller, it's not hard. It's a lot easier. I think there's like, what, maybe like 2 ribbon cables, if that. I think maybe 1. And you're like, boom, you're in. That is a little bit more labor intensive. So definitely take your time when you are taking that apart. So I'm not gonna show a video of me taking apart the controller or whatnot, but I will cut back in when I have this apart and I want to have that part, and we'll compare to see like, okay, make sure everything matches up. Oh, and also in the box, sorry, you do get a screwdriver. That's one thing I did like about this. Like, it's, you know, the screws on this, I think it's like only like, what, 4 screws to take this off. So let's get to work. So I will be back halfway through this and we'll see how it looks.
A few moments later.
All right, so we're a little bit into the assembly. Like I said, take your time. Basically everything here looks like it matches up. Now, I believe that it's gonna match up, like, you know, 1 for 1, but I just wanted to see and make sure, like, okay, how does it look? Did they anything different? And it all looks like, obviously it's missing this little rubber part. I figure if you're replacing your controller, like if this controller got, you know, damaged or something, or the shell got damaged and you're replacing it, you could probably like take this off and put this right here, because there's a little indentation that tells you, and I can see it right here, that it's on this one too, where you're supposed to put this. So, and we're this far, so I'm gonna finish up and I shall be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, so partway through again. Now we have the front cover off, and like I said, it looks like everything just lines up. And I'll show you guys what I meant about the buttons if I get them out. Oh, actually, I forgot which controller I was using. But on these, if you can see these little tabs? On the PlayStation 4 ones, like, it'll have 4 tabs, but it might be in a different area. So technically it won't line up correctly, but this one, because it is made for the DualSense 4 controller, I understand when people like do something and slow down talking at the same time. It lines up perfectly. So, oops, wrong one. So, I just want to put these on, flip it over, see what it looks like. Now, mind you, this only just comes with the case, the back and the front, and like this. So your trackpad is going to be your white color. So honestly, it doesn't look that bad for the like the white and the blue. It doesn't look that bad. Now you can add this on too, you know. So oh, actually, I think I found the first difference. You cannot switch these. Actually, let's see. Or if I'm just mistaken. Nope, mistaken. My fault. So you can put those on. I thought that these were like, it would stop me from putting on there for a minute, so. But, again, it's the first time doing it, so, you know, mistakes were made. But I'll be back this time with everything put back together, and be back in a second for you guys.
A few moments later.
All right, and we're done. We're back. Everything's back together, and it feels just like a regular DualSense controller. Only thing is that's the back texture. Like I said, it's smooth. It doesn't have the XO and squares like on the back of the PlayStation one. But honestly, the shell is $25. Customize it how you like, stuff like that. So you don't have to ruin, like, if you want to resell your PS5 or you want to resell a controller or anything like that. You don't have to ruin, the OE hardware or hardware. But buttons work, everything lines up. That's on. Blue light. And I actually do like how the blue light's there because it kind of does like fit with the controller. And the blue and white isn't bad. Now, I think this is actually the first shell that I have seen on the market because when I saw this, I checked on eBay, I checked on Amazon, and I didn't find any other ones. I only saw this one specific blue one from Joytron. That's the guy that made it, or the company that made it. So, like I said, I reached out to them. They say they have more coming in. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. But I'm actually digging it. I'm actually digging it for $25. It's not bad, and it's a good replacement regardless. If not even customized, if you just want a replacement, you don't want to fork over, $70 for a new controller, and your internals are good. Just get a new shell. And also, I do know that Extreme Rate, the ones that made this case right here, they do sell buttons. So if you want to customize it even further and put different color buttons, you want to find like blue buttons, just have at it. I'll put a link for them down below also, so you can go check them out. But guys, that's it. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, hit that like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Subscribe. You know what to do. So until I see you guys on the next one, peace.